Hey there, welcome to the Wait Where Was I podcast. I'm Blake.
I'm Sam.
No, you're not.
Oh. Today I am Jimothy.
Okay, Jimothy.
Did you also see the balloons that were on?
I did.
I don't know what caused that.
I try not to reference it because the recording doesn't pick it up.
I'm changing my thing for the recording real quick so they get context. If you're listening, remember that we also have content on YouTube. Since I record on a Mac, for some reason when I do movements, it just decides to do little animations.
Thumbs up.
And it always picks it up when I'm not meaning to, and it throws me off.
Audio listeners are going to hate us.
Yes.
So you moved to Wellington about 3 months ago now, correct?
Yep.
You stayed, when you were moving overnight, you stayed in a hotel, or was it a motel?
It was a hotel.
In what town?
In Topor.
Nice.
I got the pronunciation.
Yep.
I literally made that a whole bit in my moving out vlog where I got you to correct me 3 times. So I had to hear the name Topor so much from editing.
Was it like a nice hotel?
Yes, definitely.
Shampoo and conditioner, did they have the big bottles or the mini bottles?
I'm pretty sure small ones. They definitely didn't have big ones.
There's a hotel worker who's just revealed why you should never use the free toiletries when you go to hotels and motels if they're in a big bottle. So this worker on TikTok has urged people to stop using the free products in their accommodation. She caught the attention of over 1 million people in a TikTok that she posted and told people to avoid the shampoo, conditioner and body wash if it's in a big bottle. Because I think you can kind of take a guess where I'm going with this.
Oh.
They don't change them.
That's not hygienic.
People can change out and add their own substances.
Yeah.
So they can put hair color in it, bleach, really anything. Also hair remover as well, is just to name
Piss.
a couple of the things.
Sorry.
Did you say piss?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's the first thing my brain went to. I don't know why.
This person has said, I always bring my own when travelling, and also said, if you don't bring your own, always call down to the front desk and ask for a fresh set, or even the mini ones, which is, that is totally fair enough to do that. The TikTok got a lot of comments saying, I miss the days of the minis being the standard.
Yeah, you can just get free mini travel stuff.
In New Zealand, it still very much is the standard. A third commenter said, been in the business, working in hotels and motels for 16 years, and these have become quite popular over the last several years, that being the big bottles of shampoo, conditioner, body wash, that sort of stuff.
I guess that's because that's less of a hassle for getting the mini ones shipped in.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming most hotels, even though they have their own branding on them, they don't make the actual shampoo and everything.
Also in hotels, big buckets of ice for drinks in the food area.
Oh.
A lot of hotels do just have big buckets of ice, which, stuff can be thrown in there.
Yep.
Surely they'd have someone around that area, or at least keeping an eye on it through a camera though.
Yeah.
The former hotel worker also said to tell people to avoid using some of the coffee machines as they're very difficult to clean out. That's not a very nice thought, because I like coffee.
Damn.
I could go for coffee.
I couldn't. I've never tried it technically, but the smell of it is just so disgusting. I don't want to.
I think it's a lot of a large factor of it is what kind of coffee it is as well. I see you as someone who would probably like an iced latte, but with sugar in it, so it's not as bitter.
I couldn't answer that genuinely for you because I've tried none of the above. Alright,
movie chat. So we're talking about like movies you should have seen but haven't seen? Because I've got a couple. Sam, I know you've got a few as well. Do you want to start us off?
Well, actually, I remember many episodes ago, you gave me homework to watch one of these said films.
Did you do it?
Here's the thing. It was Interstellar,
Yeah.
which is also my roommate Ben. He says it's his favorite film.
It's so, yeah.
We were like, let's put a movie on, and then we naturally drifted to Interstellar. So we watched like, I think the first 30 minutes maybe, and then Ben was just asleep, and it was also like 1 a.m., 1:30 a.m. or something, and it was probably like in the middle of the week. So we were just like, let's pause and go to bed.
Yeah.
I think it was Thursday night. I can't remember. So I've seen the first 30 minutes of Interstellar.
So you're going to finish off the movie?
I probably should, since I've seen 30 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Like, I heard the song and was like, oh my god, I've heard this like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be that early in the film.
Hans Zimmer. All of his music in the movie sounds very similar, but they're all different songs. I think it's a good movie because of that like consistentness throughout the movie.
With composing a score, you do kind of want like certain like melodies or like parts of music to be played throughout. Like I think in Barbie there was a What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish in the film.
Love that song.
In a like very amazing song, and it's also like a really good scene.
Definitely.
But there's also, I remember I've found it really late, like probably a year or so after the film came out, that there's like a score version of the song. There's also a completely different song that's, I think, when Barbie first sees the old woman in the real world. Anyway, there's like music playing through that, and there's like the tiniest bit of the melody of What Was I Made For, which I noticed when watching the film, was like, ooh,
I've just made that connection.
yeah, it does like link together in a really nice way. And depending on what song it is, like with What Was I Made For, like it hints to that song early because it's that same message kind of a thing. So
Coming back to talking about Interstellar, you got 30 minutes through. What part is that? Like, what part do you remember getting up to?
there was the cornfield thing, there was a sandstorm.
What did you think of it so far?
I'm not really like engaged with it quite yet. I think as time's gone on, I've liked adventure, action, somewhat sci-fi films less, because it kind of is just the same over and over. It probably is because I grew up on just watching the MCU, and like there are definitely some of those movies that are like still good classics, like the original Iron Man film, and I'm not a huge Thor person, but like maybe Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Not the second one, the first one. That was 2 as in 200.
The movie gets a lot more interesting. Interstellar gets a lot more interesting once... Have you gotten to the NASA part yet?
No.
It gets a lot more interesting there, and when they go into space as well.
Okay, yeah, I figured, but since that's like kind of the point of the film.
Yeah.
And I know there's a black hole involved because Ben wants to get a tattoo that's like related to it.
That's sick.
Like there's this one particular one he showed me, I can remember. It is that.
Oh, nice. That's a sick tattoo.
Yeah.
I want to get tattoos, but I don't know what I want to get.
Oh, I guess I could talk about this on the podcast, because I've like revealed it publicly that I have tattoos.
Oh, yeah. 3, right?
3 total, yes.
Where's the third one?
The third one is up here. This was my very first one, which is my friend Kenzie, who I love very dearly. This is like emojis that she uses all the time with that kind of stuff. So this is like going to be like my musician arm for like all music stuff that I really like. Hence why I also have Daniel Seavey's lyrics to The Older You Get. Specifically, you hug a little tighter and you say the things you never said. I really like that one. And then this is like a little mental health butterfly thing. If you know the like semicolon thing, have a quicker Google, because I don't want to talk about that in podcast context.
I've got a photo of a tattoo that I want to get. I'm just finding a nice photo of it.
I thought of one that you could get.
What is it?
Bloche.
That's one. I am getting that as one. I've already made my mind up on that.
I saw a video this morning of like the Bloche. I think like just new merch related to it, and I was like, that would be a good tattoo for Blake.
I'm not a very sentimental person. I kind of just have tattoos for the hell of having tattoos.
And I'm really tempted to get another one within the next week, and I just got this one like a week ago, so like, I need to like chill. I do have the funds, but I should like calm down before it gets like too crazy as well.
I'm a really bad influence. You're just like, I shouldn't get a tattoo, and I'm like, you might as well.
The only one that I have a definite like picture of in my head that I want is there's a artist named Aus, which is an Icelandic name. It's spelled like house, but there's no H. He has this like logo like symbol that he's used for like a really long time. It's like a heart that's got a crack in it, but it's like still together kind of thing. He's kind of like got the stereotypical emo rap sound, I guess.
I'm thinking about getting like a little smiley face tattoo, maybe like round here somewhere.
That'll hurt.
It will.
I mean, yeah, if you're getting it really small, then like you should be chill, but like that would be really painful.
Good content though.
Yes, for sure. This one I got is like pretty painful because like part of it is like right on my bone. So it's like it hurts.
Over here is your what's the thing called? I can't remember what it is. It's very crucial in your blood supply though.
Risky place to put it, but like it looks cool.
I'm looking at Pinterest now.
Yeah, Pinterest is where it's at. That's where I got like so many ideas.
Okay, I've got a Pinterest board.
This is a very visual episode.
This is one of them.
Yeah, you totally would get that.
Yeah, of course.
You would totally get an airplane. Yeah, that makes sense.
I want to get something space related. Maybe Jupiter or Saturn. I think Saturn would look really cool because of its rings.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah.
Or Mars, but that would just be Mars would be hard as a tattoo.
I never realized that you were a big space person.
I'm a nerd.
In like a creative space, like having space themed stuff and like just art of space is like really cool. And I think a part of that is like bias-ish because Corbin Besson from Wyoming, like he's a huge space guy, so I've like seen a bunch of stuff through him. So I like naturally have liked it a bit. But if I were to think literally about space, it freaks me out like way too much.
Another tattoo I'd like to get would be like of the International Space Station, because that's going to be taken down in about 6 years. It'll be coming back to Earth, so it would be cool to get a tattoo of it.
Oh, really?
When they launched it in the 1998 to 2000, they were kind of only planning for it to be up for about 30 years, and I think they're bringing it down in either 2030 or 2031.
Huh. I guess space pollution wise, that's not too bad.
Yeah, definitely.
Space pollution still is like pretty bad right now.
Coming back to tattoos, there is another tattoo that I want to get. Is this one?
I don't understand it, but I do see that like, yeah, it would be a programming thing for sure.
I don't know the exact name. It's a keyed array, I think, like an array with keys.
I don't know anything about coding, even though my dad literally is a coding job. So it's definitely nerdy, but I don't get it.
I think I'm just a huge nerd.
We both are, just in different worlds.
Yeah, I love learning. That's the nerdiest thing I've ever said. Your choice this week for Song of the Show. What are you hitting us with today?
Song of the show this week will be Antidote by Park Road.
Is this your love I need more of? And I'm tired of seeing your photos. And it's your love I need more of.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening to the Wait Where Was I podcast this week. We are back next week, next Monday, new episode at 6 a.m. Subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music. I've also just added a couple of apps. We're on TuneIn now, as well as Deezer.
Whoop whoop.
As I say, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Also, share us with your dentist.
Please.